Hi, my name's Will. My pronouns are he, him, his. I decided to do my territorial acknowledgement about totem poles. We have one beautiful one right here on campus. We acknowledge and respect the Lekwungen peoples on whose traditional territories the university stands, and the Songhees, Esquimalt, Wasanish people whose historical relationships with the land continue to this day. I chose to look a little further into totem poles and the relationship and significance with the First Nations people. Totem poles are to serve as architectural and ceremonial purposes. These purposes may be to indicate an entrance or to act as a grave. Some may be even used as a shame pole. One example of a shame pole I saw was when an oil spill happened in a reserve, and they built a pole to kind of commemorate what happened when this tragic event happened. Another important focus is on the carvings on the totem poles. The wood that they typically use are red cedars, and this is because they are easy to carve with their straight grain, and they have a rot prevention from the structure of the wood. The next thing I want to touch on is the animals carved into the totem poles, and they are used to display the history of family lineages. The most common animals displayed are beaver, bear, wolf, shark, killer whale, raven, eagle, frog, salmon, and sometimes mosquitoes. As we can see, there are also colors here. Colors were not used in the past, but have now become an acceptable addition onto totem poles. An important thing is my father works for the town of View Royal, and he got the experience to work with somebody who was carving a totem pole, and my dad told me about this experience, and I will show you a picture right here about what the totem pole is. And what we can see on here is we can see a salmon at the bottom, we can see a bear above it, and then we can see an eagle on the top. And what this means is the salmon was used to represent the fish of the land, and it was at an inlet, and this fish would spawn there, and that is what the First Nations used as food. The bears would also come and use that ground to gather food as well. And there is a time where if a bear was feeding, would you as a person go and try and get some fish? Do you think you'd win against a bear? Probably not. So you let the bear go and then you would stay back. Now the eagle is something that I really wanted to touch on more, because I find the eagle has a little bit more significance of what the land is today. And nearby where this totem pole stands is a fire hall, and the eagle has two representations, one's with the wings out or one's with the wings down. If the wings are down, it is to represent as it's watching, it's looking. If the wings are out, it's meant for protection. So the wings are out in this totem pole as it is protecting, because the fire hall is to protect its nations and the land. There's also additional photos, and it's just a drawing of the initial thought of the idea of the totem pole and a carving of the process in between. And that is everything of my territorial land acknowledgement that I've prepared.
Thank you, Will.